right, everyone. Hello. This is my friend Gabby. She's a runner with no races, as we were just currently joking about. And this is going to be a 30-minute, approximately, because we are live, core with balance and stretch. So you get a little bit of everything. As always, modify as you need to. Honor, protect your body, and go with the flow. So we all need a little bit more balance, a little bit more flexibility in our lives right now too, so you can think about taking everything that we're doing on our mats and carrying that into your lives too. Let's start with 3 deep breaths. So sun breaths. It's a little cloudy this morning, but we like to salute the sun even when it's cloudy. So hands at heart center, take 3 deep breaths just to prepare. So as you inhale, really stretch your hands up to the sky, but ground your feet into the earth, and exhale, hands to heart center, and do that 2 more times, nice and slow. So if you're doing this live or you're doing it later, make sure you really carve out the time, block out any distraction, and make this an opportunity to practice your self-care. One more very deep breath in. This time we're going to dive out of it into a forward fold. Relax your neck completely at the bottom. Soften any tension in your head and your neck and your shoulders. Bend your knees if you need to, if your hamstrings are feeling tight. And then we're going to slide the hands to the shins, come halfway up, take a deep breath in, really pull the belly button in and up, slide the shoulder blades back, lengthen from your tailbone. And then exhale back into a forward fold, and you can step into child's pose. So right knee back onto the mat, left knee back onto the mat, hips to your heels, forehead down onto your mat. Take a very deep breath into the back of your body. And exhale again, drop out tension, really block out this time. Self-care is healthcare, so really taking this opportunity to practice your own self-care. On your next inhale, you're going to shift forward to your hands and knees. Spread your fingertips out wide, and make sure your knees are hip bone distance apart, so about 5-6 inches apart. We're going to do cat-cow and do a core lift with it today. So what you're going to do is lift your tailbone up as you drop your rib cage down. Coming into cow pose, you want to open the collarbone and heart and lift your chin away from your chest. This is an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to round up into cat pose, tucking the tailbone under, rounding the spine to the sky, chin comes to chest. And what I want you to do is curl the toes under. I'll turn to the side so you can see. And lift your kneecaps up an inch or 2 from the mat as you really push through your palms, chin to chest, press your spine up to the sky. You should feel your core a little bit as we do this. You can rock your knees a little bit from right to left, just feeling that core. And then release your knees back down. You're going to point your toes, lift your tailbone up, open the collarbone and heart, extend through the spine. Exhale, round the spine into cat. Again, curl the toes under, hover the knees a few inches, bring the chin to the chest, and press your spine up to the sky. Again, rock the knees a little bit from right to left, just feeling the core. And we're going to do that one more time, just to awaken the core. So release the knees down, point the toes, open the collarbone and heart, lift the chin away from the chest, take a really deep breath in. Exhale, push the palms round the spine, tuck the tailbone, curl the toes, and lift the kneecaps up. Hold it for 3, 2, and release those knees down. Good job. We're going to move on to spinal balance next. So let's go ahead and take the right hand forward. The left foot, is going to be straight back. Make sure there's a little micro bend in this left elbow so you're not locking out the joint. Flex your back heel and reach the right thumb up to the sky. Take a really deep breath in. And then what we're going to do is take the right hand out to your right and the left knee out to your left. So you should feel the core as you hold that knee up, focusing your eyes. Then as you inhale, you're going to reach forward and kick back again. And then you're going to bend your left knee and reach your left toes to the sky as you reach your right hand back and try to find your foot. You're just going to touch your toes for a second. Okay, no, don't grab on for now, just touch. Inhale, reach forward and back. Again, really pull that belly in and up. Exhale, take it to the side. Hover and hold. You should feel that core. Make sure you're breathing. One more time, reach forward and back. And then we're going to come into half bow this time. So you're going to take your right hand, reach it back. Now try to find your left foot if you can. And if you can't, that's okay too. Just work in that direction. And you're going to kick your toes up to the sky. Get that good stretch for your left quad and your right shoulder. So this is a balanced half bow. Make sure the eyes are focused. That will help you with your balance. There is a little bit of a balance component while you're working your stretch. And release it down. Now you're going to take that left foot and just step forward. And we're going to come into a runner's lunge. So go ahead and lift the tailbone up and back, sliding the left leg out straight. And now think about the cat-cow that we just started with a second ago, like when you were rounding your spine and extending your spine. So if you think more of the extension and really pull the tailbone back and open the chest forward, you're going to feel more stretch in your left hamstring. And remember, it's early, so if you're joining live anyway, it's early. So if you're feeling a little tight, honor that. Take one more nice deep breath here. And then go ahead and come forward with that left knee so that the left knee is right out over the left ankle. We're going to inhale into a low lunge, so reach the arms all the way out and up. And then you're going to take the left hand over to the side and you're going to stretch to the side a little bit. So you're getting that side stretch through the obliques. You can either have your hand on your left hip or you can reach the left hand down towards the ground or the floor. Take one more very deep breath here. And then go ahead and bring it all the way back up. And then your hands are going to come on either side of your front foot. You're going to squeeze your back knee up straight. So curl your right toes under, squeeze your right knee straight. Drop your hips really low, but lift and open the chest. So as you squeeze your right knee really straight, you probably feel a stretch through your right hip flexor. Think of lifting the chest and opening the heart. Now you're going to plant your right hand down and stretch your left hand straight up to the sky, looking up to your left thumb. So you're getting lots of rotation through the spine. I want you to imagine you're squeezing your knees together towards the midline. And then with your right eye, look up towards your left thumb. Good job. Take one more breath. And then your hands will come down on either side of your front foot. We're going to step to plank, but what I want you to really concentrate on, try to do, is instead of dragging your left foot back, pick it up. Really use your core to pick it up and step to plank. Good. Engage the abs with your plank pose. Again, soft bend in the elbows. Vinyasa, so elbows bend. You can come half or all the way down to your mat. Inhale into your cobra or upward facing dog, back bend. Big breath in. And then let's make our way to downward facing dog as you push back. You can pedal the heels out right and left if you like. Round through the palms. And then we're going to get all of that on the other side. So go ahead and release the knees down. We're going to start with that spinal balance first. So the right leg's going to come straight back. No, the left leg. Right arm. So here we are in spinal balance. Take a very... Other way? Yeah. Make sure you're doing the other side. Yeah, thank you. And then we're going to take it to the side. So make sure that belly is pulled in and up. And then your left arm's going to come out to the left. Yeah, that's right. And then the right knee lifts up. And there's a little micro bend in that right elbow. So just be aware, you want to use the muscle above and below rather than locking the joint. Reach it forward and back again. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to take it back and reach your hand towards your foot. So just try to touch the toe if you can. Just lightly touch. Reach forward and back again. Take a very deep breath in. And then exhale, take it to the side. The higher you lift that knee up, the more you're going to feel it in the core. And then one more time, reach it forward and back. Take a very deep breath in. And then exhale. This time you can reach back and grab that foot for your balanced half bow. Once you find your foot with your hand, kick the toes into your hand and up towards the sky. Get that great stretch through the left shoulder, through the right quad. Take a big breath in. And then go ahead and release it down. We're going to come into our runner's lunge. So stepping that right foot forward. Take a very deep breath in. The breathing is so key. So breathe deeply. Extend that right leg straight as you pull the tailbone back towards your left foot. And then again, think of the cat-cow thing. So it's really normal, especially with your hamstrings, for those of you who are runners as well. Your hamstrings are probably pretty tight, so you're more likely to be in a rounded spine position, which is okay. But I want you to think about lifting the chest, lengthening out through the spine, and extending and opening the heart. So take one more very deep breath here. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead and bend that knee, shift your weight forward. Make sure that knee is right out over the ankle. You have good alignment. Curl your left toes under, squeeze your left knee straight. Again, drop your hips low, but open and lift the chest. So when we started with the cat-cow and you were opening the chest and lifting, I want you to keep working on that. The left hand's going to come right underneath the left shoulder. The right hand's going to twist up to the sky. Again, I want you to imagine that you're squeezing your knees together towards the midline, dropping the hips low and getting lots of rotation to the spine. Now with your left eye, look up to your right thumb. Take one more breath. And then bring that right hand down on the outside of your right foot. Now remember, try to pick that foot up instead of dragging it. So you're going to pick it up. That's the hard part. Lots of core strength. Really pull that belly in. Feel that straight line of energy from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And then vinyasa, elbows bent, lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Big breath in. Open the collarbone and heart. Downward facing dog as you push back. Now use your core to lift your hips up to the sky. Take 3 deep breaths. Pedal out, working the heels towards the back edge of your mat, getting that good stretch. And then look to your hands, step forward to the front edge of your mat. Take a second to line your toes up so everything is in alignment. Halfway lift, take a huge breath in. Again, belly pulls in and up, shoulders back and down. As you exhale, round your spine, let go of all tension, fold forward. Rise up to standing, take a big breath in. Sun breath, reach for the sky. Feel your feet pushing down. And then mountain pose, good posture. Perfect. We're going to work on tree pose next. So let's start on our left foot and just transfer the weight to the left foot, bringing the right foot to the left inner thigh. Focus your eyes, belly in, collarbone broad, good posture. Hands to heart center, and then what we're going to do is a leaning tree, just for fun today. So the right hand's going to come down to your knee. Your left hand's going to come up to the sky. You're going to take a big breath in, and you're just going to slide your hand down towards your knee and lean over to the side. So reaching is going to change your balance a little bit as you lean over. You're going to be required to use a little bit more core, focus a little bit more. If you lose your balance, no stress, no worries. It's not about being perfect. Just get up and try again. Come all the way back up to standing. Now maintain your balance and just hug this knee into your chest. So pull that knee to your chest. Think of mountain pose here, so really good posture. Flex this right foot, shoulders back and down. Imagine you're rowing, so really squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then as an option, you can take your hands underneath your thigh. I'm going to give you 2 options here, and kick this leg straight, so you're working on a hamstring stretch and balance at the same time. If you want to do big toe hold, you can take your peace fingers. This is an option. Bring them in between your toe, and this is a great place to stay right here if you need to, or you can kick it out if you feel like you've got that. Again, a little bend in the knee is fine, but open and lift the heart. Take 1 more breath. Do the best you can right here, right now. Release, and take a big lunge back into high lunge. Good job. Not an easy one. Take a big breath in, and then we're going to pull back and down like a little bit of a heart opener in our lunge. So I want you to imagine there's a big rubber band falling from the sky. Grab onto it and pull it down so the elbows are dragging towards the hips, and you're leaning back and opening your collarbone and your heart. Take a very deep breath. Reach back up to the sky. Let your palms touch out over your head, and then hands on either side of your front foot. Excellent job. We're going to come into 3-legged dog and core plank next. So again, try not to drag this foot on the mat the best you can. Pick it up and send it straight up to the sky, pushing evenly through both palms. Take a very deep breath. And then shift forward to core plank. That just means you're going to round your spine and bring your nose towards your knee. Just like we did in the beginning, like cat pose. So really push to the palms. The more you drive that thigh to the rib cage, the more you'll feel it. Let's do 1 more just like that. So 3-legged dog. Deep breath in. And core plank. Shift forward, round your spine, thigh to the rib cage. You really feel that core. Now this time we're going to step straight into pigeon. So your left knee is just going to come straight to your left wrist. You're going to point your right toes, open and lift your collarbone again. Take a really deep breath in. And then exhale, coming down into pigeon. So you can bring your forearms down to your mat, and I'm going to give you guys the option, you can take it or leave it, to come into king pigeon. So that's just going to be an extra quad stretch variation if you want to try it. Again, if it feels like it's too much, you're just going to stay in regular pigeon. So it looks like this. Your right forearm will be parallel to the front edge of your mat. Your left hand will reach back and grab the top of your right foot. Okay? So if that's too much on your hip flexor or your quad, or it makes you feel restricted and shaky, then don't do it. Just stay where you are. Because pigeon right here is a great stretch too. So king pigeon, you're going to get a little bit more hip, a little bit more quad, a little bit more stretch. Wherever you are, take 1 more very deep breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and slowly release out of it. Bring your forearms back underneath your shoulders. So just take a moment to make sure that the elbows are shoulder width distance. You're gonna curl your toes under, your right toes under, squeeze your right knee straight, and then use your core to step your left foot back to meet your right foot in a forearm plank. I want your toes together to touch because I want you to really squeeze to the midline and feel the connection from the inner thighs to the pelvic floor, all the way up to the abdominal wall. Breathe and hold. Focus your eyes a little bit out in front of you. So you don't want to be looking back or too far forward, but just a natural, neutral spine. Take one more very deep breath. And then release down onto your belly. So hands are going to come under the shoulders. You're going to inhale, push into cobra or upward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And then exhale into downward facing dog as you push back. And we're breathing in and out through the nose. So just take a moment to stretch. Heels pressing down, tailbone to the sky. And then look into your hands, step, or feel free to hop to the front edge of your mat. Line your toes up, inhale, halfway lift. Again, belly pulling really in and up, shoulders back and down. And then exhale into a forward fold. Round your spine, chin to chest, nose to knees. Rise to standing, sun breath, reach for the sky. A little bit of a back bend, reach up and back. And then mountain pose is just good posture. Hands down by your side and relax. Let's get the other side. You ready? Yes. Balance in your left foot. Bring the right foot to your left inner thigh. Focus your eyes. Other side.
I can't remember.
Hands to heart center.
Yeah, other side.
And relax your shoulders down from your ears.
Oh.
Breathe in and out through the nose. Relaxing, feeling peace and calm. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
goodness gracious. So we're going to lean to the side. So the left hand can come to the left knee. The right hand can come to the side. Switch sides if you need to, like I just did. Making sure that you're on the other side. We're going to lean over to the side. It's going to challenge your balance a little bit more, which is fun. You might fall. If you don't ever fall, how do you know what you're able to do, right? Go ahead and come all the way back. Maintain your balance the best that you can, and then hug that knee into your chest. Now remember that rowing action. So really squeeze your scapula together, flex your left foot, lift your collarbone up towards the sky. Take a really deep breath. You can stop right here. This is a perfect pose to just work on. Otherwise, hands can come underneath the thigh. You can kick that left foot out and extend your left leg straight. You can also do the big toe hold with peace fingers inside your left big toe, working that left leg out straight, but not having it affect the collarbone and the heart being open. So if your spine is really rounded here, let go of it and do a little less. Okay, do what works for you. Take one more breath wherever you are. Big breath in. And then slowly release. Hug that knee to your chest and take a big lunge back with your left foot. Then we're coming into that high lunge. Inhale, reach all the way out and up to the sky. Again, imagine there's a big rubber band, a T-Rex hanging from the sky. You're going to pull down with this. The elbows are pulling down towards the hips. The collarbone is opening, the heart is opening, and of course your breath is smooth and deep in and out through your nose, even when you're challenged. We're going to come into that three-legged dog next. So let's inhale and reach out over the head. Let the palms touch out over the head. And then exhale, hands on either side of your right foot. Now we're coming into three-legged dog. Now try to pick that foot up instead of dragging it the best you can. Send it straight to the sky. Push evenly through both palms as you reach through the right toes. And then round your spine, hugging the nose as close to the knee as you can. Really push your spine to the sky, push through your palms. Feel your core. Okay, again, inhale, right toes to the sky, deep breath in. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, core plank, and the more that you pull that thigh to the rib cage, the more you will feel it in your core. Eyes focused a little bit more forward for one more breath. And then pigeon pose. So right knee is going to come to the right wrist. You're going to point your left toes, slide your left foot a little bit back. Open and lift the chest. So collarbone broad, we're flexible, we're open. And then you can go ahead and come down to your forearms. So from here, again, if you did the king pigeon on the other side, you're going to try it on this side too. But you don't have to. right? You can stay just where you are. There is no competition in yoga. So, but if you want to try that king pigeon again as that option, you're going to bend your left knee and reach back with your right hand to grab onto the top of your left foot. So if that feels good for you, you're not restricted in your breathing, you're not shaking, you're not quivering, then stay with it a few more breaths. But also if you know intuitively that you need to let go of it and do a little bit less, sometimes less is more. Take a really deep breath in, one more breath, and then gently release that, coming into forearm plank. So just take a moment again to line those elbows straight underneath your shoulders. Curl your left toes under, squeeze your left knee straight. Lift your hips a little bit up to give yourself space to step through. Let's bring those big toes together to touch because I want you to really squeeze your ankles, your inner thighs, and your knees towards each other and feel the connection from the pelvic floor in and up through the abdominal wall for one more breath. And then release all the way down onto your belly. Now we're going to do half bow on our bellies or full bow. So I'm going to give you guys half bow first. This is a great quad stretch. Just reach back. You can put your right forearm parallel to the front edge of your mat. Reach back, grab the top of your left foot with your left hand. Make sure your knee is not splayed out to the side. Knees are close together. Forehead can rest on your forearm. And then you're going to squeeze your glutes a little bit and press your hips into the mat. When you breathe in and out through the nose, you should really feel the breath come into the low belly. Like feel it come into the floor of the surface beneath you. And then you can gently release that, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So reaching back with your right hand, grab the top of your right foot. Again, forehead can be resting down to the forearm. Make sure that knee is not splayed out to the side, but rather in alignment with your hip. And then as you kick the foot a little bit into your hand and press the hips into the mat by squeezing the glutes, you'll feel a deeper stretch. Breathe into your belly. And then for those of you who want to, you can reach back for full bow, grab the tops of both feet into both hands, kick your feet back into your hands, lift your toes to the sky, open the collarbone, the chest. What a wonderful stretch for the whole front line of the body. Take one more breath. And then release slowly down. Hands underneath the shoulders, push back, child's pose, rest. So really good to always counterbalance stretches by doing the opposite. So when you extend the spine and open it, it's really good then to flex and round it. Take a really deep breath into the back of your body. And then follow your inhale forward to your hands and knees. Curl your toes, downward facing dog, push back. Now we are almost done. Stay with it because the end is just as important as the beginning, right? So put a lot of energy into finishing what you started. Take one more breath. And then look to your hands, step. Or feel free to hop to the front edge of your mat. If you can do so lightly and with control. Halfway lift, take a big breath in. Exhale into a forward fold. Round your spine, letting go of any tension from your neck and shoulders. Inhale, rise to standing. Take a big sun breath in. Gather good energy and strength. Hands down by your side. So the last thing we're going to do is a prayer squat. You can step or hop your feet out wide. Turn your toes slightly out and your heels slightly in. You're going to drop your tailbone down between your knees and bring your forehead and fingertips together to touch. So this is such a wonderful stretch for your hips, your low back. For those of you who have really tight ankles, calves, feet, you can prop a few things underneath your heels to lift your heels up a little bit so they have something to rest on. If you allow your forehead and fingertips to touch each other, it's very centering and grounding. For those of you who are always go, 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 take this moment right here, right now to be still and to breathe. Good. And then palms are going to come down. For those of you who want to, I'm going to give you the option to do crow pose or half crow. You can always just rest in child's pose instead. So crow is a balance pose, but it's also a core pose. So you can start, I like to start by heels together, toes slightly out. Make sure those hands are shoulder width distance apart, eyes are focused forward. And then when you shift into your hands, the knees are on the triceps. You can just pick one foot up. So I'll turn to the side, and Gabby, you can just keep playing around and coming in and out of it. If you just pick one foot up, right, and work on just that if it's new for you, and also try to bring the toes together to touch, and think about lifting the heels closer to the tailbone, okay? Maybe do that 2 or 3 times just for fun, just to play around with it. Again, baby crow is just 1 foot up, just practicing. Again, no competition, no hurry, lots of patience. Belly in and up, and eyes are always focused forward, by the way. That really helps you with your focus. Once you've done that a few times, you can go ahead and have a seat. Good job, everybody. We're gonna start to wind down a little bit, just do a little bit more stretching. So I want you to just fold your left shin out in front of your right. So just hold that forward. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Take a big breath in. And then just walk the hands forward, letting the head fall down between the arms. Keep walking the fingertips forward, allowing the hips, the low back to stretch. We're just gonna take about 2 minutes to do a few little easy, moderate stretches. And then we're gonna do a short Shavasana. Now listen, it's really important that you take the time to slow down, to integrate all the poses that we did, and to also just allow the time for your mind, body, and spirit to relax. Now more than ever, really, really important to carve out that time. It is the opposite of doing nothing, right? Like people are like, that's not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. It's so productive, trust me on this. Walk your hands back. We're just gonna take your hands out behind you and recross your legs. So shift your weight, bring the right shin in front of the left, nice and easy. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, open the collarbone and heart, and then walk your hands forward again, letting the head fall down between the arms, allowing the hips to stretch nice and easy. Be mindful of your breathing. Try to take conscious, smooth, deep inhales and exhales, taking this opportunity to slow down. Again, acknowledging that self-care truly is health-care. It is the opposite of selfish. When you can put your health first at the top of your list, you'll have more positive energy, and I truly believe that positive energy is contagious as anything else. So let's be part of that positive ripple effect. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards you. Last little stretch here, you're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together to touch. Grab onto your ankles or feet. You can walk your feet a little closer to you if you want a deeper stretch, further away from you if you want a more moderate stretch. And then elbows can bend to the creases of the knees and fold your forehead down towards your feet. Now, one of the options that I really like to do in this stretch, and I think it just feels really good, is you take your hands, slide them underneath your ankles and feet, and just bring your hands to the tops of your feet. So you can kind of snuggle in a little bit more and bring your forearms, like work your forearms down towards the mat. Folding your forehead towards your feet. Close your eyes maybe. Again, block out distraction, whatever it is that's going on around you. Be mindful of it, it's there, but let it just kind of float by. You're acknowledging it, but right now you're focusing on you. Nice job. You can go ahead and come up from there, and for 60 seconds, I want you to lie down on your back, just a mini Shavasana. You can take this reclined butterfly in your Shavasana too if you want to, reclined butterfly. Legs out straight like Gabby will demonstrate, feet hip bone distance apart, hands down by your side, palms facing up. You can certainly stay in an easy seated position like I'll be demonstrating. Wherever you are, 60 seconds together, right here, right now, carving out this place in time to be still and to breathe. Begin to bring awareness back to your surroundings. Again, just holding space together for stillness, for silence. If you're lying down on your back, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, hug your knees into your chest, thighs to ribcage, maybe rock a little bit right to left, and make your way slowly up to sitting with crossed legs. Bring awareness back to your posture as much as you can throughout the day today. Ears, shoulders, hips in one line. So good posture whether you're sitting or standing. Bring your palms together to touch. Thank you all so much for being here. Take a big sun breath in, gather good positive energy to carry with you for the rest of your day. And exhale, bring it in and back to your heart center space. The light within me honors and acknowledges the same light within you. Thank you for being here, Gabby. Namaste. All right, excellent job, you guys. Thank you again for being here. Hopefully you feel a little bit more balanced and calm. Have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.